Hi guys, so I thought I would share with you the books that I've bought for my mum for Christmas. And the reason I'm doing this is it's just a little bit of different book content. It's not like maybe book talk favorites that like everybody's talking about. One is the Book of Dust trilogy, this is volume 1, La Belle Sauvage. This is by Philip Pullman. My mum got me his Dark Materials as a kid, and we loved reading them together. And this returns back to the same world many, many years later. He's come back to this, and I'm really glad he has. I have this book, and I've got it for my mum. I haven't read it yet, but I have it too. So I was thinking we could kind of read it together, or she could read it and I could read it eventually, and like we can talk about it. And if she likes it, I can end up getting her book too for her birthday or whatever. So yeah. Book 2 is The Cat and the Christmas Kidnapper. I'm sure my mum will love this type of thing. She loves cat books. Anything, and crime books actually as well. So I saw this and I was like, yeah, she's probably going to like this. Even if it is just one of those like you read it once type books and then I can read it afterwards. I just saw the cat on it and I thought it would be cute. I also got her the new Dan Brown book, The Secret of Secrets, and this is set in Prague, which I thought was nice because it's a place where we have been on holiday a few times, and it's a very beautiful place. And my mum has, I think she's got all of Dan Brown's books. I think she has all of them. So I thought this would be a nice read for her. I'll be honest, she's really migrated more to reading on her iPad than actual physical books just because of her age and dexterity. So hopefully she'll be able to cope with having such a kind of big, thick, heavy book. But if not, I can always get it for her on Kindle. So technically these aren't like books, but I thought I'd share them. I got these in the works. They are the Kew Gardens crossword puzzle book and the word search book. And she likes doing both of these type of things, so I thought I'd get her them. So this is Trespassers, and this I'm actually going to give to her for her birthday, but this is on the thing that we're going to watch episode 1 of the TV show, and if she likes the show, I'll get her the book because she always prefers to read the book over the show. But this is set in Northern Ireland, and if you watch the TV show, it's headed up by Tom Cullen and Gillian Anderson. It is a really heartbreaking story. Sort of Romeo and Juliet, like one's Catholic, one's Protestant type thing. They meet in a Belfast pub, and it's kind of the story of basically their affair. But it is really heartbreaking and romantic and sad, and obviously it's set against the backdrop of the Northern Ireland conflicts. So yeah, very kind of emotional story. So that's why I'm a bit kind of like, oh, I don't know if she'll like that, but she likes to read these sorts of things as well, so we will see. The next book I got her is the Philippa Gregory's Berlin Traitor. She's a huge fan of Philippa Gregory. I think she has pretty much all of her books. So when I saw there was a new one, I was like, yeah, I'm going to get her that. This one actually looks so good that I might borrow it back from her. So this is the story of Jane Boleyn, who has managed to survive 4 queens, but will she fall to a tyrant? She watches from the shadow of the Tudor court. Nothing's more powerful than a secret. She rises with the Boleyns, but the king's love is a fickle thing. Jane uses the only weapon she has, which is her voice. She's managed to master many masks, including a loving wife, devoted sister, and obedient spy. So the bit on the front says sister, liar, witness, spy. I've got a feeling my mum is going to love this. I also got my mum the Waterstones Book of the Year, which is The Artist. Now, there are 2 covers for this, so if you have seen it and it has a different cover, there are 2. I think this is the original cover and then they've redone it in like a green. It's very pretty, the other one. I kind of wish I'd got this one, like the other one, but this one, yeah, I hope she likes it. I've read this and it is such a good book. I really think she'll love it. So this is a story set in Provence. The main characters are called Etty and Joseph, and Etty is a young artist who lives with her uncle, who is a famous artist, and a journalist comes to interview the uncle, and basically he's like a reclusive painter. He doesn't do interviews, all this type of thing, and she is desperate to get out there in the spotlight, and it's kind of her trying to get out there in the spotlight. Over this sweltering summer, everyone's true colours will be revealed because Etty is ready to be seen, even if it means setting her world on fire. It's an incredible read. Even if you're not giving it as a gift, go get it and read it for yourself. It's really good. And the final book that I'm going to give to my mum, either for birthday or Christmas, because her birthday's the week after, is A Language of Dragons. Now, I have 2 copies of this, and this one I want to give to my mum will be her first ever sprayed edge. And we've talked about this before. I was going to give it to her before, but I decided to wait until Christmas birthday for giving it to her. This is actually like YA, so it's one of the youngest things she's probably going to ever read, but I thought it'd be good because obviously the storyline isn't as heavy as in some other books, and I think she's going to love it. Plus the second book is out in January, so if she does like it, I'll be able to get out the second book quite quickly. But this one is set in London in 1923, so my mum's a real big fan of like history and things that like set in the past basically. But this is set in London. It's got like Bletchley Park in it, and it's the war, but there are dragons in it as well, and like so dragons soar through the skies and protests erupt on the streets, but Vivian Featherswallow isn't worried. She's going to follow the rules and get an internship studying dragon languages. By midnight, Viv has started a civil war. Yeah, and she arrives at Bletchley Park, discovers that she has been recruited to uncover the secrets of a hidden dragon language. So obviously this is kind of similar to what actually happened in the war, which is pretty cool. If she succeeds, she and her family can all go home again. If she doesn't, they'll all... But the more Viv learns, the more she realises that the bubble she's grown up in isn't as safe as she thought, and eventually she must decide, what war is she really fighting? So I'm buzzing for book 2, so I'm hoping my mum will like this. So there you go, guys. Those are all the books I'm giving to my mum for her birthday / Christmas. And yeah, let me know if you've read any of them, if you like any, if there are any similar books like them that I should look into for me or my mum. Let me know. But if you stayed to the end, thank you.